Hey, what's up? It's Blind Guy doing stuff, making a little quick video today. And today I was kind of looking around on the news, doing my thing in the morning, listening to the radio. The one that really caught my attention, and these always catch my attention. I have some background in environmental policy. Um, was the air pollution in Beijing, and the people there are starting to be like, "Wow, this is really causing us problems." At first, like the one guy that was interviewed there in Beijing was like, "Oh, okay, it's not that bad if it's just every couple of days." But this has become weeks on end that the air is so bad there that people are just they can't breathe. You can't go outside without a mask on. And Beijing is highly industrialized, and China has become highly industrialized over the past 30 years. But the thing is they don't have any kind of regulations. Ooh, what's that bad word? Regulations. They don't have anything to say, hey, polluters, you can't just pump all your burning plastics into the atmosphere. They don't have. And so what has happened is the Chinese landscape and the air has sort of just become sort of like a toxic waste dump in a lot of places. And we can tie this into the United States because what's going on right now with the new administration coming in and tapping Scott Pruitt. I think it's Pruitt or Pruin. I was unable to, my voice reader, I couldn't quite catch the difference there, but Scott Pruitt, we'll go with that. He is the Attorney General of Oklahoma. And this guy has sued the EPA. He, again, we talk about this a lot on Black Guy Doing Stuff here. Um, he is one of these people that he doesn't like government. He doesn't like the EPA, but you're going to put him in charge of it. Why is that? Well, he doesn't like it because Oklahoma has so many frack wells that they have earthquakes there in Oklahoma. So he doesn't like the EPA because they're saying, hey, you can't drill on this wetland. You can't drive your tractors over these wetlands, so you can't make all this money. Please stop. That's why he doesn't like the EPA. Now, granted, the EPA does have problems. It's just like a lot of our government agencies. It's been captured by people like Scott Pruitt. There's already a lot of Scott Pruitts in the EPA now that are people that are in the back pocket of industry. So Scott Pruitt's going to come in there, and then he's just going to start slashing and burning. And literally, here come the oil companies, and they're going to start slashing and burning. And they're going to repeal a lot of these environmental protections we have. And maybe not in 10 years, maybe not in 5 years, but maybe in 15 years, if we don't turn it around, stop these guys, then we might start living in Beijing here. Now, we already have big environmental problems in the United States as it is. From Houston over through Louisiana, up through Mobile, Alabama, down through there, they call it Cancer Alley because of all the west blowing winds from Texas and the refineries all through that area. So, and then you have places like Flint, Michigan. You got places like, and then in South Dakota, you got the no DPL, the pipeline incidents going on. You got pipelines busting all around the United States. Now, this is already with a so-called robust EPA. So we already have environmental problems all over the place. Now what's going to happen when they come in with somebody who wants to slash and burn and basically destroy the agency? So we have to be very careful of this. And the EPA was founded back in the 70s, and sort of it was in a public response to a lot of problems that we were having back then with pesticides and air quality and water quality, because the United States too, which frankly led to a lot of our success, was they didn't have all those regulations, and so it did sort of boom into industry a little bit because, well, you didn't have to worry about dumping. You didn't have to pay $10,000 to get somebody to dump your toxic waste in a environmentally friendly way. So you were making bigger profits. Now that's a fact. But then things sort of got out of control in the 60s. You had a lot of birth defects coming up. You had a lot of asthma. LA was a big smog producer, so there's a lot of pushback. Say, hey, we have to do something about this, and they formed the EPA, and it's been here since Nixon, and they've been sort of just chipping away at it. And I fear that now with the new Trump administration and this guy Scott Pruitt, that they're probably going to just try to do away with it. And then there will be very little standing in between the fossil fuel industry and the other resource polluters come in and just they're just going to be able to do whatever they want to. So if you don't mind drinking benzene and arsenic in your water, then it should be all good. You don't mind breathing in um, all the pollution coming from the oil refineries that are going to be working overtime refining that frack, well, then you're all good. But, a lot of us like clean air and clean water, and we think that we can get jobs from other places besides destroying the earth. So keep an eye on this, Scott Pruitt. He will get through. He will be our next EPA agent. And we just don't want to turn into Beijing. That's just sort of the non-example. It's right there in front of our face telling us, hey, we need environmental protection. We need air quality standards. It's an example right there for us. So I'm the Blind Guy Doing Stuff. Check out my videos here on YouTube. If you'd like to, subscribe. Hit like, share, whatever you need to do. We'll be doing some outside activities, some other Blind Guy Doing Stuff activities. We're trying to get some upgrades on some camera equipment. So just kind of getting this thing rolling. So have a good one. Bye-bye.
Studio mode check. Stop recording button.